Hey guys, my name is Casey. Welcome to my channel. If you like the video so far, make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. In this video, we're going to be talking about main character theory, main character energy, and we're just going to be kind of dissecting it and delving into what it really means, the good and the bad. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so running with the idea that you are the main character, you are the player or actor in this role. Therefore, you have the autonomy to do whatever you want. You have the control and the power to make decisions of whether the person, or whether you audition for the play, or whether you go on a road trip across the world, like a backpacking trip, anything. So that's kind of part of the main character energy, where you're able to do whatever you want. Like, it's your world, it's your narrative, make it however you want it. So another aspect of the main character theory or main character energy is the fact that your experience and the way you see the world is completely different and unique to everybody else's experiences. And that experience is worth an audience. So that alludes to the fact that a main character is an actor who we're watching because we think that their life is interesting or is promising in some sort of way. Number one, it's inspirational. So someone with this mentality is more likely to reach for the stars, dream big, see themselves with unlimited potential, and capable of achieving their wildest dreams. This is valid because in many coming-of-age movies, we see the main character come up with this crazy idea or crazy goal of becoming a pro surfer, climbing Kilimanjaro, traveling the world, or even skipping school to be part of a parade in Chicago. So someone with this mentality is going to be more willing to take risks, more willing to try things that maybe they wouldn't before because they see themselves as a regular person who is not likely to succeed in their crazy dreams or crazy goals.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
So this will help people be overall like happier with the goal, with the decisions they made, and have less regrets of, oh, I wish I tried this, or I wish I tried doing this or that. So that is going to help people overall. Also, someone with this mentality is less likely to settle for less. So they're not going to be like, you know what, I don't need to be a pro surfer, or I don't need to skip school. I'm just going to go to class and that's going to be it. No, because then the whole movie would suck. So basically, someone with this mentality is going to be able to fight the fear of failing and overcome that beginning hunch of being scared of failure. Another good thing is that main character energy promotes the romanticization of everyday life. For example, in indie or independent films, they're able to make boring activities aesthetically pleasing. They'll just be brushing their teeth or brushing their hair, and they'll make it look edgy and like romantic in some sort of way. They'll make boring activities beautiful and romantic to the point where you're watching a movie about something that's pretty regular, but you find it more attractive than the life that you're currently living. I think this part of the main character theory is really beneficial because people who may not have the opportunity to travel the world in their lifetime can still be able to romanticize their daily lives and the little things that they do that in of themselves won't seem so great or exciting, but are really special and can be viewed as romantic by these movie directors and creators that are able to capture those moments and put them in a light where they can be seen as attractive and beautiful. So yeah. Now it's time for the not so good part of the main character theory or main character energy. So my first thing is, in contrast of romanticizing everyday life, there's a part of the trend where people romanticize the elite and the upper class, basically the lower percentage of people that watch the app, that use the app, or basically make up the world. So they kind of like hold those people to a higher standard and see their lives as being main character energy, because alluding back to the whole idea of a main character is someone who's worthy of an audience. So they're kind of like, okay, the elite, they're the coolest, they are main character energy, everyone else should aspire to be them. So I think that can be very toxic.
You're not pretending anymore, you're plastic. Cold, shiny, hard plastic.
All right, so this type of energy can lead to an overly competitive, individualistic view on life. So kind of seeing it as, I need to be wealthier than everybody else so that I can have this type of life, getting off different private planes, whatever, traveling. Traveling is dope, don't get me wrong. I'm just using it as an example because it can be expensive. And the way people are traveling in these main character dreams or ideals, they're kind of doing it expensively. You can do it for cheap, but that'll be another video. So yeah, so being overly competitive and only thinking about themselves, and since everyone else are just side characters, then whatever you do to advance yourself as a main character has no effect on everybody else. And this is dangerous and toxic. Number 2, so you should love yourself enough to feed yourself, exercise, to apply for that job you've always wanted, to drink water, to reach for the stars.
You can swim across the Atlantic. You can jump real high and touch the moon. Fantastic.
Anything you want. Love yourself enough to do that. But there's a delicate dance between being confident and having self-esteem and being egocentric. And I think this part of the main character theory or main character energy is dancing on that idea of, I'm the main character, no one else exists, and the side characters, they could live in a cave for all I care, like that doesn't matter. So it's not very centered on the community in which the main character lives in and the people that make the character who they are. It doesn't really give back to how the character became who they are, and it's very much focused on them and what they need and what they want. So that's very toxic and not good. And yeah,